was not a good performance. This offense has got to grow, it's got to get better, and they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. So the Florida Gators offense. Time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. A hand to the running back. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gator!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the ropes? Warner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man downfield. Across the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man, they've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Looking to throw again. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They'll run the sneak for him. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
He's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And
Stay away from the ball.
for those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Wants to adjust the pattern. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start on offense.
The official has offered the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll test the right side. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2. Guys, let's chat about Florida. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell out.
Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. As the Rooster Crows, they're getting cocky and cockier on third down here. He holds one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on. Right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown in the opening drive. But they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down. But a really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Rides the back on the option again. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Boone. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Just enough time for one more running game. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Second down, he'll throw it. Bringing the heat. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Florida. There's still plenty of time here, but huge momentum on their side.
Huge momentum. Way to get out the gates early. Early in the game to get up a couple scores, that is a beautiful thing. Takes the pressure off, puts the pressure immediately on the other side of the football. What a start.
He's going to bring it out. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Shotgun snap on third down. Grab it in the marker. It's Jackson. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs. target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Finds the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Gamecocks in the hurry up. On 30 short, the run, and looking for the first down. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moving away from pressure. A strike downfield. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Harvin. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very agile. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Wideout trying to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself, do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pulls it in. It's Akbar. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Look out, he's got room. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes. They do it with ease.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
Offense working from the pistol. They'll run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Akbar. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Working that left side. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's got him. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Akbar. Touchdown, South Carolina. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on them. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He gets a block. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Akbar. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jackson. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. That's caught. It's Jackson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds a man in the middle. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the 1st half. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. Well, it comes comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete to the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see some dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Never a doubt. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harmon. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation, and with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He'll do it himself. There he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown Gator. And the beatdown has ensued.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll go back to work on offense. RPO complete to open the drive. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Rush is on him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
Yeah, it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. Catch in the middle. It's Ramsauer. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Florida! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Didn't get much done on that, Ryan. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Touchdown, Gator! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Finds his back in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day, but will carried away with that roughing penalty. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go back to the air on second down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. The offense has already made the long field goal. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defense.
Okay, ready? Come on, set.
To the air on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Brings it down on the right side. Turning on the jet. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner will be knocked down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Got the quick completion. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Flips it out in the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Complete to the right. The 20. Touchdown, Gamecock. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Might as well give it to him again. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Lost one deep down the right side. Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Gator. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
One final play before the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He'll pull it on the read. This makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Touchdown, Florida! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Runs through a tackle. Hits his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. With the run on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. And look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
And the Gators will try to move the sticks on fourth down. Powers forward. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Handoff to the single running back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Gamecocks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the thing about the jet sweep is oftentimes it gets the defense confused. They can't find the ball, but not that time. Great job of eye discipline defensively, finding who had the ball and then using their speed to get there to make a nice tackle.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented take big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down and 2nd and 4. They'll run the option. Now the toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continuing to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Turning it on. At the 30. Inside the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply excellent.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it just